Welcome to tonight Power BI quiz, where I have Rishi as the guest or co-host of the show. Hello, Rishi.
Hi everyone.
Nice to have you on the show, Rishi.
Thank you for having me. I've been a participant in most of these quizzes up to now, so it's great to actually be on the other side of the table and be presenting the quiz.
And not only a participant, you've also been a winner, and not just one, but actually twice.
Twice, twice. And I'll just say, no, it's been completely variable. Some quizzes I've done well at, some I haven't. So it's been which is really good because there's some, as I think as Benny was saying, any times you get questions wrong, it's a learning opportunity. So, great. Who we got in the calls? We've got hi everyone. Okay, great. Have we got Nikki in the call?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Nikki is here.
Nikki, congratulations. Nikki got granted MVP today.
Yeah.
Most valuable professional. So yeah, well done, Nikki, and well done to everyone else who got renewed.
Yeah, it was a big day today for most MVPs because there was renewable day, and then also another big day today because now actually the power or the certification got out of beta just today. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, so it's this exam is now official, which is good. And it was quite quick actually, because it's only been it came out on Easter weekend. I remember I took it the day after it came out, just before Easter. So it's only about 3 4 months. So that's good. It means there weren't too many mistakes and stuff in it. Which is,
yeah. Normally when you take a certification, you will get your grades just after you finish it. But this time, because it's the beta, you had to wait 2 months.
So that means if you've sat it before, then you also get your results today. So I checked mine and I did pass, thankfully. Not that if I failed I'd admit it on this call, obviously, anyway.
Yeah. I was also
good.
lucky enough to pass my one, so I didn't see my score yet, but you have to have 70% to have it. Yeah.
And I did. I got well above that, which is good. So just a bit of background to kind of these quizzes. So I built a quiz for the 7778 exam about 2.5 years ago. I did this just as my preparation because I had this quiz software and I thought, okay, let me as prep for this exam, let me write some quiz questions for it. So I put this quiz up on this Moonfruit site, on this site, and then Adam Saxton featured it on Guy in the Cube, and I got a massive just rush on the site. And over the 2 years, I had over 40,000 people visit that portal, but I had no idea who they were, and I wasn't tracking any of the results or anything. So I thought, let me do something proper with this, and I built it into a new website. So that's the Learn Data Insights. So I've written about 200 quiz questions already for that, 250 questions across the different areas. Give that a try. And a lot of people ask me actually what the difference is between 77.8 and their DA100. And obviously I'd sat the old exam a long time ago. But I think that the DA100 is much more scenario based. So the 77.8 is much more kind of, testing your memory and things that all of us would just Google, right? Which or the stuff that we would do anyway, right? Or Bing. But the DA100 is much more kind of, you're in this scenario, what would you do? So it's much more kind of realistic, and I think that's a really good thing. And there's actually 2 case studies questions right at the end.
Yeah, and you tried with the quiz today to make it look like a little like the ones you will get in the exam.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I've actually started building some other kind of e-learning material, like role play simulation type stuff to cover this case study type area. So it's just kind of in development at the moment. But if you're interested in it, let me know, or actually just sign up to the feedback form, and that you can be part of the focus group. So I'm setting up a little focus group for it while I test out some content early, and check that it's right, check that there's no errors in it before I kind of publish out to the wider world.
Nice. Let's get to it. And the first thing we will go and do is go in and look at the prices. So we have this ordinary first price. Getting top of the podium will get this 100 gift card to Lego.com. And then the raffle prize for this week is a voucher for the DA100 exam. So yeah, you can be the lucky winner. We will raffle that next week's quiz. And then for last week's quiz, where we had James Dales doing a quiz on maps, we will have to pick that raffle winner now.
Sure.
So, will you help me with that? And
so I pick a random number between 1 and 40 something?
Yeah, actually 1 and 32, because we had 32 participants last week. And here you can see, Rishi, you were first last week. And, one more time, it's you are the master of quizzes, doing a lot of building the quizzes
written
yourself.
so many of them.
You know the mindset of doing these quizzes, I think. So
it's just click whatever comes to mind first. Go with your gut feel, and obviously don't do it too quickly, because otherwise you don't read the question properly. But do it quickly. Go, your gut feel. There's not too many trick questions in the quizzes. There are a couple, right? And some of those you'll get wrong then if you do that. But it's better that way. And the ones you get right, you'll get right. So I'm going to go for number 22.
Number 22. So we will go in and find number 22, and like Will said a couple of weeks ago, 21 was his age, and then you're 22, Rishi, I think. Yeah. You're keeping yourself young. Let's see, and the winner is Nexus 150. So was ranked 4 last week and had this random index of 22. And the raffle prize for last week was this Enterprise DNA membership, where there's a lot of content, really, and training courses. And
K puts out some great stuff on there.
Yeah, so 1 year access to this. So congratulations. And Nexus, are you part of the chat today? I think Nexus 150 must be a Twitter handle, so it should be. I should be able to find him.
I think I've seen that before actually come up.
Yeah. So congratulations for winning the raffle prize, and the raffle prize next week is a voucher to go in and take the exam and see if you can get certified. And if you can't use the exam or the voucher yourself, then you can maybe give it to a friend or colleague or something like that if you already have the certification. So and a little about the quiz. You will get measured in these 5 different parts. And if you want to prepare for tonight, it's too late now, but if you want to prepare when you go and do the certification at some point of time, then you can go into Rishi's site, learndatainsights.com, and here you have quizzes on all these 5 parts. You said something about the 2 last is still in...
Yeah, but I haven't published those 2 yet live. So it's just the first 3, but there's quite a few questions in there. So you do 15 questions, but there's about 100 in the bank for each of them.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot there. Bear in mind that the pass mark for this is very low. It's about 50% or just under 50%. So it's a lot harder than the real exam. But I've done that intentionally. So don't be disheartened if you're not passing the exams. To be honest, I don't know if I even pass the exams every time I sit them and I write the questions.
But yeah, they are all free you have to sign up and then you can go in and take all these quizzes. And also, these quizzes have also been part of inspiration for the question for tonight.
Yeah. So I said tonight's one, we try to make it more scenario based, which is in the style of the exam. So, rather than just saying testing memory, it's testing what you would do in a specific situation or debugging particular problems in Power BI, for example.
Yeah. And then for the first prize, you will have this $100 gift card to Lego.com, where you can go in and buy whatever you want for yourself.
I got Hogwarts Castle last time, which is good. I'll see if it's here. Actually, I can show you. Don't know where it is. Somewhere around.
Yeah, and I thought you said that the next one was for your wife.
but she wants to build both of them. So she wants to build them all. But yeah, she after the first one, she was like, "Right, we're getting another one. Where's the next one?" I'm like, I won another quiz. I need to win another quiz. I don't want to pay for these myself.
But yeah, you won twice of these, so yeah.
Yeah.
Big congratulations for you. And yeah, then for the quiz for tonight, for the new ones haven't been participating before, you will see the questions on your monitor, and then you go to Kahoot.it on your mobile, or if you have multiple screens, you can have the questions one and then answer on the other screen, but just don't do it on the same device, because then you will lack some time. And you'll get a pin shortly. You have to put in when you go to Kahoot.it, and then put in a nickname, your full name or Twitter handle. And then please be aware, we have 3 to 5 seconds delay on this YouTube broadcast or streaming. So you will wait for the question, because you'll actually see the answer possibility before you see the question. And that also means, and today we actually have 60 seconds for every question, but you will actually only have 55 or something like that. And then we'll start with one question that's not a water point, just to get you started. And then we have 10 real questions that you'll get points for, and the faster you answer, the more points you will get. So, but if you answer incorrectly, you won't get any points. So read the question before you answer.
Yeah, and some of them are with a picture as well, so make sure you look at the picture.
Oh yeah. So this was the intro. Let's get started with the quiz.
Is 60 seconds more than the normal ones, or is it the same time?
Yeah, we had maybe 20 and 30 seconds questions before, but today we have
that's good.
60 seconds for every.
Yeah, because they're a bit longer and there's a bit more text with them, a bit more reading. So
yeah, exactly.
Great,
so
thank you.
We have Benny.
Benny's always the first one to get his name up there, isn't he? Make sure you're live. Yeah, absolutely. I've done that before on the quizzes where I've been a few seconds behind and the YouTube video is not showing live because I've paused it or something by mistake for a few seconds. And then I've wondered why I've run out of time for the questions.
Yeah, we have.
We've got Jitendra as well. Hey, Jyoti. Congratulations on your wins with the prizes.
Yeah. Nearly 40 people. We have been around 40 people on all quizzes until now. So yeah, today is the 8th quiz, and Nikki V MVP.
Yeah, nice.
A new nickname.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a plan to make a Power BI report on all participants in all quizzes and then announce a total winner. But that means that you have to have consistent names between your different. And now Nikki have a new name, so we have 38 people joined so far. So let's start and have the first question. And the first question is just a poll with no points awarded, just to have you. And this is a multi-select, and all questions tonight is multi-select.
Yep, so there could be 1, 2, 3, or 4 correct answers to every single one.
Yeah. So, and this one, as it's just a poll, you only get 30 seconds, but all the other ones you get 60 seconds for every question here. So, just to get you started, so all of them are multi-select, and you can answer 1, 2, 3, or 4. I would say there's no one with 4 correct answers, but there are some with 1, 2, and 3 correct answers.
Good. Okay. Yep. So most people picked up that those were the 3, and then export data is the one that isn't one of the tested skills.
Yeah, so the five that are tested are prepare the data, model the data, analyze the data, visualize the data, and
Yep.
then the fifth one is...
It's deploy and maintain deliverables.
Oh, yeah. So you have these five different, and we will have a question in every five of them tonight.
Yep. So prepare, model, and visualize are the main ones. They're all about either 20 or 30%, 20, 25, 30%. And then the last two, analyze and deploy and maintain deliverables, are 10 to 15% each.
Yeah. And then one thing you have to keep in mind when you multi-select is that you will be awarded point. Even if there's 3 correct answers and you just pick one of them, you will get points for that one. But if there are 3 correct answers and you pick 2 of them correct and 1 of them wrong, you won't get any points for any of the correct answers. So if you are in doubt, if there is 2 or 3 correct answers, but you only know 1 of them, just keep with that one. Or you can play high and try and see if you can get more points, but just be aware of that. So now we'll start with the first question that are awarded points. So which of the following data sources can you connect to using Power BI Desktop? And yeah, there can be 1, 2, or 3 correct answers for this question. And we have half of the people answering so far. And we have one writing in the chat, it's lagging too much. Maybe go in and refresh your YouTube video or restart it, just pause it and start it again. Maybe that will work. And also be aware that we are broadcasting in 1080p resolution and maybe you're not having that resolution, and that could be something you should be aware of when there's images. Yeah, so on this one, there was 2 correct answers.
Yep, and good. Yep, most people got those 2 as well. So yep, template apps you can only access through the Power BI service. When you go to apps, you can go to ones you can see inside or outside your organization. So outside are the template apps. And the yellow one, the on-premise database only accessible via gateway. There's no option in Power BI Desktop to connect via a gateway.
No.
You need to be able to connect to the data source from desktop, and it assumes you're in the network, so you can connect to stuff on premise, and then you can refresh it using the gateway on the Power BI service. Alternatively, you could use a data flow, which is probably a better way to connect to these gateway sources anyway.
Oh yeah. So it was a little tricky question, this yellow one, as Kyle also mentioned in the chat. Yeah. Let's see if we have someone getting all of them correctly.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. And we've got Ricardo, Nexus 150. He's the Raffle winner.
Yeah.
And data scientist BP. Yeah, we saw he came second last time, right?
Yeah.
Yep, great to see some familiar names.
So yeah.
Inner join merge between these 2 tables.
So this is where your resolution might be a little tricky if you can't see the image
on the country field. So yep, and although that top one's showing us an Excel file, just assume it's a Power Query file as is. So it's not putting in raw rows and things like that.
Oh yeah. So and you can answer 1, 2, or 3 correct on this one, but yeah, I will say there will only be 1 correct answer.
Yeah.
So
there's a few questions like that.
So it's a little tricky that this is multi-select, but it's just to make all of the questions multi-select.
Okay, great. So, yep, the correct answer was 5. So we've got Canada and France. So each row as an inner join will be returned for Canada. So you'll get Americas against each of those. And France has got 2 rows there. So Europe and Western Europe. So both of those will be returned as the inner join because they're both matching on those. So, yep, 5 is the right answer on that one.
because France is doubled, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have the next, see the podium, and we have a new leader.
What was data scientist BP's name again?
Let's see the chat.
Sue Bays, yeah, Sue. Hello, Sue. Multi-select again.
So you see a DAX formula here.
Yep. Prior year sales, calculate sum, sales revenue, same period last year, sales date. And it's given an error. Got a few options to try and fix that.
So there might be more than one correct answer here.
Read the question properly before answering. Good, good. Yep, great, absolutely. There was just one correct answer there, and it was absolutely changing it to date. So we can't use sales table as a date table. We can't mark it as a date table because it hasn't got continuous dates in it necessarily. It's not the right way to do it. So we need to have a separate calendar table that has all continuous dates in there, regardless of whether those dates exist in the sales table or not. And what were the other options again? So it was we can't use sales year. Yep. And if we create a new calendar table just using value sales date, that's not necessarily going to give us continuous dates. So we need to get our date table from a source where it's all continuous dates.
Yeah. So only one correct answer here also.
Hey, Brian.
Let's see.
Oh, well done, Sue.
Yeah.
Climbing up there.
Climbing up, yeah. So one more DAX formula here.
Yep. So total sales is a variable, and then return total sales the same period last year. So this year's 200, last year's 100.
So this is just putting this measure in a card visual, for instance, and then what value will it show?
So we're defining a variable, then referring to that variable in calculate.
Yeah. So
all looks nice and innocent.
So.
Oh wow! Okay. So most people assume that formula would work. As expected. The challenge with this formula is once the variable values, once you set them, are immutable. So what that means is it doesn't change it won't evaluate them in the context. So you set total sales and it will give you your sales this year, which is 200 million. And then when you do calculate, rather than taking the sum sales revenue, it will take the 200 million. So it will say calculate 200 million for the same period last year. And it says, well, 200 million is just 200 million. So you could give me whatever filter context you want. I'm just going to give you 200 million. So it doesn't change the value or evaluate it in that filter context. So just something to be aware of when working with DAX formulas.
So a little tricky one here.
Yeah, clearly that's trickier than I thought it was going to be.
But yeah, working with variables is something you should be aware of.
Yeah. So let's see if that's changed the scoreboard at all.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it hasn't. Okay, nice.
As most people were answering incorrectly, so. And double point for this one.
Double points. So the chart with month year against sales is not sorting chronologically. So it's just got month year along the axes, and it's got April, August, December, February, January, July. So it's sorting it in a different order to what you'd expect chronologically. So
yeah, and this is one of these questions that you will meet in the exam, that select all the steps needed. And you have to figure out if it's 1, 2, or 3 steps, and you will actually get more than 4 possibilities. Mostly you will get 7 possibilities, and then you should also drag it in the right order, maybe in some of the questions. So not just a multi or a easy one that you have to, but with a lot of different answer possibilities.
Yep. So, we need to sort. So what we need to do, so we need to be able to use the sort by column feature. So the first thing we need is to be able to have a month sort column in our date table. And there's an example DAX formula that you could use as calculator column to be able to return this month sort as a number. And then we need to be able to sort by column on month year, and then click on the ellipses and sort by month year. So we can't sort it by month sort necessarily. That's not going to work. We need to sort it by month year, because that's what we're then sorted by once we sorted by column.
Yeah, so the yellow one is just to be sure that you are actually sorting, because some of the visuals will automatically sort it on this sort by column.
Yeah.
So you will be awarded points if you answered red, blue, or yellow correctly, or if you answered any of them. But if you also choose the green one, only 4 did, so most got points for this question. So it's just a matter of you got 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000. Let's see. There's a lot of points in this question.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah,
gosh, that changed it quite a bit. Oh, yeah. Dear. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
So probably...
But well done, Sue. You've kept your ground there.
Alessandro,
Sandra,
who also won a couple of weeks ago, is on top of the podium right now.
Right, yep. This quiz requires some serious speed reading skills. Yeah, that's why we're given 60 seconds for them. So, I mean, it's slightly less about speed. Everyone's going to take some time to read it. So we've got some dates that we want to display in DD/MMM/YY format. But when we go and try and select it in the format option, it's not one of the options there. So we can do it as DD/MM/YYYY. And coming from the UK, this causes confusion if we then publishing this globally, because the Americans write their dates the wrong way around and all of that. So DD, I quite like that format, DD/MMM/YY. And yeah, I've had to do this a few times. And which options can you use to do this?
Yeah, so you have 1, 2, 3 different options that you can achieve this.
Potentially all of them.
Yeah.
Yep, good. Okay, so I think most people have got points on this then. Most people have got points. Yep, because absolutely, yep. Setting in Excel and re-importing was an easy one to kind of generally not be right. But yeah, so you can change your Windows regional settings. I'm surprised 14 people knew that. Actually, that was a trick that I stumbled across before they introduced custom format strings in Power BI. And then I was speaking to a colleague, and they used Tabular Editor to achieve the same thing. So it's quite a common thing, and then, yeah, obviously now the easiest option is to use the custom format string. So you probably wouldn't use the other two necessarily for this, although Tabular Editor, if you're doing other things in there anyway, like formatting all your measures and doing lots of things in there, then it's a great option. And they're bringing out that external tools soon, I guess.
Yeah. The rumor says in the next release, so the July release, you'll get this external tool where you can launch Tabular Editor directly if you have it installed, of course. and then do a lot of this productivity stuff. Also, yeah, changing format strings on multiple meshes or all the meshes and a lot of other stuffs. Yeah.
Yep, great. But good to see loads of people got points on that one. So
Yeah, and once again, yeah, we have Les and Sue and Kyle and Brian and
holding ground there. We've got Kyle. Well done.
And have they wait.
So you have sales in 2018, and then you put your slicer, you put your date hierarchy as a slicer, so year and a month, and you're seeing these blanks come up in your slicer. And you want to know the best way to fix this. So there might be some other ways to fix it, but and actually this is quite important because this is what the exam does a lot. Actually, it says what's the best way, given that you want to, be efficient, or you want to do things in the right way.
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes ways of doing things in Power BI which are not necessarily the right way.
Yeah.
There's lots of ways to skin a cat. So we've got assume referential integrity, use a BiDi relationship, extend the range of your calendar table, and or apply a visual level filter on the slicer.
So what possibility will Microsoft say that is the best way using Power BI Desktop?
Yeah.
And not all people are...
Yeah, so I mean, they applied a visual level filter where it's not blank. I mean, that will get rid of the blanks, but you then don't have any 2018 data, right? And it says you do have 2018 data in your data model. So actually, if you want that to show, then you've got to think about why that blank is coming up. And it's coming up because you have values in your fact table that are not in your dimension. That's generally what's coming up. So actually, Patrick Guy in the Cube did a video on this recently, actually, where he explained that. So that would be good to watch if you didn't get that one right.
Yeah, and you can see and you feel this that you both have a date table and you have a sales table. So yeah, let's see. And Alessandro is still on top.
Well done.
Oh yeah. One more multi-select.
So you published a report to My Workspace, but you can't see Publish App in the top right-hand corner.
Why is that?
Is it because you need to be granted additional rights on My Workspace? Is it because it's disabled in the tenant settings in the admin portal? Is it because you can't actually publish an app from My Workspace? And or is it because your personal workspace needs to be hosted on premium?
And here there might be 1, 2, or 3 correct answers. So.
Yep.
And there was only one correct answer here, yeah?
Good, great. Yep, absolutely. Nikki, I'm sure you knew all of those questions.
Yeah. So you can't publish an app if it's in My Workspace. You need to use the app workspace.
Yep, and you actually can't put a personal workspace on premium. It has to be an app workspace. And by default, you are an admin if you're My Workspace, but My Workspace has limited functionality anyway in it.
Yeah. So it's only the yellow one. Let's see the podium now.
Oh, okay, wow. So the top two are really sticking their ground.
Yeah. Let's see.
Nexus. Got it.
Row level security.
So you've set up row level security. So you've gone into Power BI Desktop. You've created a role, which filters for country equals Mexico. And then you've gone into the Power BI service and you've added yourself into that new role under the security options in the dataset settings. You've gone into there and added yourself into that role. And then you go into the report and you can see all of the data, not just the Mexico data. So you're expecting to just see the Mexico data. So what is this? Is it because you need to set apply security filter in both directions in Power BI Desktop? Is it because row-level security doesn't apply to you because you're an admin of the workspace? Is it because you need a bidirectional filter to geography and sales so your security filter flows? Or is it that you need to do content in an app rather than directly in a workspace? And again, there might be more than one answer. Cheers from Mexico, still the fact.
Cheers to Mexico then.
Cheers to Mexico. Yep, absolutely. There was just one correct answer to that, and that's good that people know that if you're an admin, or in fact, even if you're a member or contributor of a workspace, so if you have edit rights on there, then row-level security doesn't apply to you. And I guess that makes sense because you could always go in and edit the work, create a new report, and see the data anyway that way. So it's only for viewers where row-level security applies.
Yeah, but there's actually one option you can go in and simulate another user.
You can. Yep.
But it's pretty kept away. It's hard to find. It's three little dots you have to find.
Yeah, test this user. You could do it in desktop as well, so you can do view as well in desktop.
So most had this one correct. Let's see.
Good. That's good. It's comforting to know.
Oh,
Sue. Well done, Sue.
So really close race. Only 5 points between Sue and Alex. So Sue was just quicker in answering this one correctly. So yeah, 5 points. But let's see. We have one question left, and this last one is a double point. So it can change a lot, and there might be more than one correct answer on this one. So they can also be awarded more than 1,000 points here. So actually, a lot of people can still be in the race for a win or come to the podium.
So you want to share your report with external users. How can they be licensed to view the content? So you can either assign them a pro license from your organization. You can select the option to include billing details in the invitation email. So when the email goes to them and says this person's shared content with you, they can put billing details in there and get a pro license that way. They could bring their own pro license from their own organization, or you can host it on premium and then they don't need a license at all. Those are the possible options. Say 1, 2, or 3 of those could be correct.
So let's see if it's still a matter of answering fast now. If Sue or Alessandro will win, or maybe one of them will answer incorrectly and we'll have another winner. Let's see.
Double points, so.
Yeah. Oh,
wow, good. Okay, great. Yep, people know about the external sharing options, which is good.
Yeah, really good, yeah. So, yeah.
So, yep, you can host it on premium, in which case you don't need a pro license for internal or external users, anyone going into that. Yep, you can sign them a pro license or they can bring their own. Absolutely.
So, should we look at the podium?
Yep, let's see now. I'm excited to see where this goes. So close.
And Sue was
third. Okay.
10 out of 11 correctly. And Dr. Pippin. And let's see. And we have Alice. So one more time, we have a winner. Won 2 of the quizzes. So Alessandro from Bologna, I think. He told me that they have actually a competition in the local Power BI user group down there who can win the quiz, and now Alessandro has won it twice, so he had really showed him for the rest of the
well done
group. So wow. Oh, Dr. Pippin is also from Bologna. Wow.
Really? Wow. Okay. Wow. Great representation for Bologna.
So yeah, congratulations to the 3 on the podium, and thank you for all who was on the quiz tonight.
Great. Yeah, well done. Alessandro, you got two Lego sets now, second Lego set to build.
So Alessandro
great for lockdown.
And then we'll also have the Raffle winner. And then hopefully most of you will go out and try out the the certification or the exam and see if you can be certified. And now you have a feeling about what it takes and what type of questions you will be put up to.
Absolutely. Yep. And if you want to get some early access to some other questions and some other content, then on the homepage of learndatainsights.com, there's a feedback form. And in that feedback form, there's a question if you want to be part of a focus group. So absolutely do that if you want to get them early. So I've published most of the questions. Just want to. It's a hard thing to do because sometimes there's a lot of typos and errors that can slip into these things. So
it's nice to have someone looking it through.
And any feedback is much appreciated, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, just go ahead and try it out. Both the quizzes on learninsight.com and also the official. So next week we have Patrick LeBlanc from GuideCube as the guest, the co-host of the show, with a quiz on paginated reports in Power BI. So these old reporting services report that has now been part of the service where you can make these print-friendly and export-friendly reports, paginated reports. So that's a favorite topic from Patrick. So he will do a quiz on that. So hope to see you all next week, which is our 9th quiz. And then the week after we have the 10th quiz, and then we'll have a break before or end of season. And then we will start again a couple of weeks after. So that's the plan for now. So thank you for all here. So, and thank you to Rishi for being a part of the quiz tonight and being the co-host.
Thank you very much for having me.
So
and, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, and
thanks very much.
Have a nice day, or afternoon, or night.